Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Wednesday, the 9th of February, 2022. Already, it's almost the 10th day of the month already, guys. Believe me when I tell you, time on this plane is in hyperdrive. Everything is happening so quickly. Little babies that were just born are already trying to crawl. Okay, this is not going to stop anytime soon. Let's start today off with a blessing. Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us a blessing for the collective for this Wednesday. Here it is. There it is. Oh, I love this card. We get a blessed heart. If you feel that something is missing, look within and you will find it. What is your heart saying? Your heart is the gateway to your soul, and your soul is the eternal you. Know that you are free, protected, and blessed. Namaste. Let me read this again. Look at this beautiful tree. This is a blessed heart. If you feel that something is missing, look within and you will find it. What is your heart saying? Your heart is the gateway to your soul, and your soul is the eternal you. Know that you are free, protected, and blessed. Namaste. Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful, beautiful card. Nothing is missing. It's inside of you. Just shine the light within and you will find it. Good morning, everybody. Okay, I got a lot of questions, so I'm going to go ahead and start now. Um, and I'm sorry, but during Friday's live, sometimes I forgot to write down who asked these questions. So if this is your question and I didn't say your name, I apologize. But know that your question made it uh, into this show. The first question, and I don't have a name, is will Pence be held accountable for the misinformation from the COVID task force? This is a good question. This is an excellent question. Um, and I just did something crazy to my cards. Hold on. Okay, here we go. All right. Will Mike Pence be held accountable for the spread of misinformation during his uh, time on the COVID task force? Okay, this is serious. This is why we are in the mess that we are in now, because the misinformation came from the top. This has to be criminal. Will Mike Pence be held accountable for literally trying to kill half of America? Here we go. Mm, mm. Okay, guys. Okay. All right. We already know that there is a lot of stuff that is going to happen. There are going to be revelations that are going to come out. I know a lot of people have lost faith in American democracy for good reason because it is biased. It is built on a crooked platform. If you are not white, male, and rich, it wasn't. This country isn't for you. That's what they're telling all of us. Now, will Pence be held accountable for the misinformation of the COVID task force? Guys, oh my goodness. First card he gets is the King of Swords, okay? Now, this is power, command, and authority. Mike Pence he was the power of the task force, the vice president of the United States. He was the voice, he was the authority. So, of course, people were listening to him, watching him on how to take cues on how to deal with this pandemic. The second card, we get the Wheel of Fortune. We get karma. And I'm going to read you the Wheel of Fortune card, guys. The Wheel of Fortune reads destiny, fortune, success, and luck. This is a yes, okay? Now, this is destiny, and that's why I wanted to read it because we always say karma, but some people don't really know what karma means, and karma is that it is destiny, what is destined to happen to you because of actions or inactions that you have taken. Okay, so karma is in front of him. This is what he is facing. Below him, he gets the Queen of Pentacles. This is a dark woman that loves money. This may be his wife. Of course, I think she's a blonde-haired lady. But still, Mike Pence did what Mike Pence did because Mike Pence was compensated for it. Don't think that he was the biggest putz patsy for free. He was compensated. He was in Trump's back pocket, because he was compensated, not by Trump. No, he was compensated by dark, not black, dark money, okay? By nefarious means to go along with what he was being told to do. He was bought and paid for. He did exactly as he was told. He did not vary from the script until January 6th. The end is coming for Pence. The end is coming for him. All this and it's and everything that has to do with 45 and his administration. Everything is going to come to money, okay? But the end here, now this is generational wealth, okay? Remember, look at the cards. The cards will tell you what's going on in the essence. And if you look at this card closely, you have an extended family. There are elderly people, there are young people, there are children, and there are animals in different phases of life. So this is a generational card, and this one to me on Mike Pence, this is generational wealth for him, and I believe that what is going on in his purview may have something to do with him trying to protect his generational wealth. There's a lot of things that are going to be coming out about Mike Pence, about everything that was going on in the administration and on January 6th. Will he be held accountable for the misinformation? Mike Pence is going to have to explain a lot of things. It's going to be very uncomfortable for him. It is going to cause him stress. It is going to cause him I mean, guys, he draws the death card. This is the end, mortality, destruction, and it's going to illuminate the corruption that Mike Pence brought into and sustained in his role as the vice president, okay, and as the leader of the COVID task force. Now, I know we already got our answer because this is a yes. Mike Pence is going to be held accountable, but I want to read this whole draw. The next card we get for Mike Pence is the Chariot. This is rushing forward like going to war. Mike Pence is scrambling. He is doing everything he can to try to keep himself out of prison right now. And this is not just with the task force. This is with everything that Mike Pence had his little grubby fingers on. He is turning over as much information as he can to lessen the severity of the consequences that he is going to face. And here's the consequences that Mike Pence may face, okay? In this case, this is the jail card for him because we're talking about facing consequences. Now, I don't know if the Supreme Court will have anything to do with this. They shouldn't. He committed these crimes independently. And this is the final card of this draw. Mike Pence is definitely going to face karma for what he did on the um, COVID task force, but he is going to face uh, a reckoning for everything that he let happen while he was the vice president. Guys, when these investigations get into full speed and people start being removed from their jobs, right now they're holding on to the hope that Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the Democrats are not going to actually chase them out of their jobs. This is where they're wrong. This is why uh, there's so much noise, and it's such a big fear about if there's going to be a civil war or not. These are people who are desperate, who are trying to make something happen so that they can to give them some room to breathe. The law is about to come down hard on a lot of people. It's going to snap apart a lot of what is broken in our democracy. And guys, it's going to be painful. It's going to be nasty, and it may even be bloody, but it is necessary. We cannot keep going the way that we are going. This system is breaking because it cannot stand. We cannot go back to that normal. That normal was killing us. And this is what I need everyone to understand. The changes that are happening are exponential, and it's very important. And it may be scary. What we need to understand is that the changes that we have to make to come into where we want to be all happen inside of us. Okay, we have to start there. The second question, this is from Spirit Beyond the Stars. She asked, will Matt Gaetz, I think she want to know, um well, a couple of people asked, would Matt Gaetz be indicted? I already answered yes. We got a definite yes on that. This one, will Matt Gaetz go to jail? So this is a specific. Will Matt Gaetz go to prison? Will Matt Gaetz go to jail for the crimes that he has committed? Will Matt Gaetz go to jail? Ooh, that was scary. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. Let me take this in. This is a whole story. Okay. All right. Now, Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene have been out there trying to make money for the Republican Party. They've been out there talking, 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 trying to convince all of their followers that they're not the bad guys while fleecing them. Okay. Um, that is coming to an end. Now, remember, anytime we get the strength card dealing with Trump's sycophants, this is abuse of power. And this is what he's been doing. Right now, though, I feel like he's trying to change his image. Um, he's trying to make himself look better as things get worse and worse for him. And guys, remember I told you that there would be more charges and that there would be somebody who was going to say some more stuff about Matt Gaetz, that there was a spy in the camp, that somebody had receipts, had evidence against Matt Gaetz. And right after that, it was last week I said that. Right after that, another male person, came out of the woodworks about the sex trafficking of minors with Matt Gaetz. That happened immediately. Okay, so below will Matt Gaetz go to jail? We get 45 shows up. He is still trying to Matt Gaetz is trying to be in 45's good graces, like he can save him or something. This is costing Gaetz a lot of money. Okay, this is costing him money out of his own pocket. He When he goes to court, he's going to get a fair judge, and he is not going to be happy. Like I told you guys, Matt Gates's judge, we get this woman again. Matt Gates's judge is going to be a woman who was either sexually assaulted or was propositioned by an older person when she was a child. This is going to be a problem for Matt Gates because he's not going to have an easy row. The next card for him, what's in his immediate future, we get the Page of Pentacles. Okay, this is the little dude. This is the everyday man. This is us, okay? So this may be his victims, that there may be more or discussion about them, or that possibly that person may come forward and actually speak out herself against Matt Gates, either her or possibly someone else. And it's someone else who is going to have been younger than 17, having relationships with Matt Gates, paid relationships, online dating, like uh, like a daddy website. I'm feeling it. It's really perverse, but it is literally a website where kids and adults are seeking compensatory relationships, but it's like a daddy website. He is sick with worry. He is absolutely sick. The face that he is showing now, it's getting harder and harder for him to maintain the fake facade. He is worried down to his core. I have a pain, I guess, where my spleen would be, and I feel like he's having stomach pains or issues, possibly maybe like diarrhea or something like that because of stress. But it's not. It's something that's ongoing, that's lasting, that's literally causing him to become sick. The next card for will Matt Gates go to jail? Here's our answer. Oh, yes. Justice will be served. Matt Gates is going to face everything that is coming for him. This is equity, righteousness, and the executive. He is going to get what is coming to him. And the final card that Matt Gates get, the last card, is the Seven of Swords. Now, this is the sneak thief, the trying to get away with something, and that's what Matt Gates has been doing. He has been trying to get away with this. He's been trying to talk himself out of it. Again, remember, just because these guys are congresspeople or senators, they only won a popularity contest to get there. A lot of these people who we have sitting in our houses are morons. They are incredibly stupid. They are incredibly corrupt. And Matt Gates is the king of them. But let me read you the Seven of Swords. This is design, attempt, wish, hope, confidence, or quarreling. This is a plan that may fail. And we're not going to say that may fail. In Matt Gates's part, this is a plan that is going to fail. Matt Gates' spirit is most definitely going to go to jail. He is going to go to jail. Don't know for how long, but he will see the inside of a prison. Okay. My next question is, will Dr. Fauci be left alone from the Republicans? He's ever since 45 was in office and pointed the finger at Fauci, he's been getting death threats. It's ridiculous. This man has been taking care of us since most of us were in school. Okay? Everybody who was born after 1970 owes their health to Dr. Fauci. Everybody. Because he was already working as a virologist, immunologist then. Okay? So Let's see. This is serious. Dr. Fauci has saved almost all of us in his lifetime. Okay. Will he be left alone from the Republicans who are tormenting him for telling the truth? This has got to be the saddest thing I have ever seen. No, Dr. Fauci is not going to be left alone. People are seeing things the way that they want to see them. They're listening to the wrong people. They're pointing the fingers at the people who are trying to save their lives. And until people can see the truth, um, this kind of thing is going to be prevalent. Our country has lost so many people to a avoidable to an avoidable death. Again, all of this has to be seen. I don't want to go through this whole reading because it's a no, but there are some important things in here that I want to show you. There are some people who are going to find themselves facing justice for threats against Dr. Fauci. So, death threats, people who are threatening his life that are identifiable will be identified and will be brought to justice. Dr. Fauci is a strong individual. He is resolute, he is capable, and he has no fear. He will fight the good fight to the end if necessary. In his near future, he gets the Star of Good Hope, which means this is the Na Ya Na card because this is lost, theft, and abandoned, or this is a bright star, a bright light, or good things happening. But this is the maybe card, okay? So, what this card is telling me that he's going to have periods of calm, and then he'll have periods of where he has to be hyper secure about everything because he's surrounded by 45's minion idiots who want to hurt him because, God forbid, he tried to save their lives. Um, Dr. Fauci is literally thinking about changing his residence, moving. Um, because of what's going on so that he can go where people can't just readily find him. Right now, he's been doxxed. His residence, his family's residence, his children's residences, addresses, phone numbers have been leaked. He's been doxxed. And this has caused him a lot of worry, anxiety, and concern. And that's why he wants to move from where he's living. There's a lot of things that are coming at him, lawsuits, but he is under fire. This is people who are literally throwing sticks and stones at Dr. Fauci. The answer is no. Dr. Fauci will not be left alone by the Republicans because Trump made him a target. And there's no off switch for morons, unfortunately. Oh, that's sad. Okay, my next question is, will 45 fake his death? Pull a Machiavelli. Will 45 fake his death to try to escape to another country? Gosh, I wish I knew who asked that question. Will 45 try to fake his death and pull a Machiavelli to try and escape to another country? That's an excellent country question. Sounds like a Denny question. Will 45 try and pull a Machiavelli and fake his own death to escape punishment? Oh my God. Okay. I gotta pull them all. I gotta pull them all. Just to see. Ooh. Okay. First card, guys. Here's our answer. Yes. Trump is seriously, he's already been considering this. What can he do? How can he make it seem like it's real? However, Trump was a former president. If he tried to fake his death, he's going to have to do better than Kim Jong Un, okay? Because his doppelganger, his little body double, don't look nothing like that little bowling ball head, little short man. The person that they got looking standing in for Kim Jong Il does not look anything remotely like him. Kim Jong, whichever Kim Jong he is. Anyway, all you got to do is look at him and you can tell that that's not him. They have put a stand in for him. That's why North Korea has been radio silent for the last 3 years. Okay, guys. All right. Remember how much they were yelling while Obama was in office. North Korea was shouting, yelling, being just ridiculous. And now all of a sudden, nobody's been threatened. There have been zero uh, rockets launched from North Korea. Kim Jong Un is dead. He has been dead since 2020. I don't care what anybody tries to tell you, that fool is dead. He's dead. That's a body double standing in for him. All right. Let's get back to will 45 fake his own death to try to escape to another country? So we got our answer. Yes. There's a lot of secrets and mysteries and stuff going on under the cover of darkness. Trump is so afraid of being treated like a common person, facing justice, even being thought of as a normal individual. This person has been told that he is special, that nothing applies to him, that he is above the law. He has been catered to his entire life. The one thing that scares him more than anything is poverty, being poor or thought about as being poor. And that drives a lot of his decision making. There is a gift coming. This is chasing him, something that we're going to get a gift from this. This is not for him. This is for us. At some point, all of his plans are going to fall apart. Whether he dies in actuality or whether he tries to fake his death, it really isn't going to matter. Like I was trying to say, he's a president. If he tries to fake his death, they're gonna lay the body in the rotunda in the Capitol building for at least 2 or 3 days, and is oh everybody will get to see him, and everybody knows what DJT looks like. So he's going to have to go find somebody, or clone himself to uh, to pull that one off. But let me read the rest of the story to you. So we get the Knight of Pentacles that's in front of him. Like I said, everything that Donald Trump is thinking about right now is for self-preservation. He is not strong and he is not brave. This is the most cowardice, most thin-skinned person you can imagine. If you told him that his hair color looked like mayonnaise, he may cry. He would probably try to punch you, but when he got alone, he would cry. And then he would be doing everything to make sure. Does my hair look different? Does it look like mayonnaise to you? This is a very insecure person. But I'm going to jump ahead. Yes, Trump is considering doing a Machiavelli. However, somebody is telling him that that's a way to definitely wind up in prison. Nobody's going to just let him walk out of the country. There are eyes on him. One thing Merrick Garland has done is there is he is they know where he is at all times. But the last card for will Trump try to fake his own death? We get the crossroads. Like I said, he is considering this. He's thinking about it, drawing up. His people are working on it. Other people are trying to tell him, if you consider doing this, you are going to seal your fate. But the question was, you know, it was will he? But we can't say that for certain. But we can say that boy, oh boy, he is definitely thinking about it, considering it. But there are other people who are trying to tell him hey, dude, you might want to think about what you're doing because that's a way that you may definitely find yourself in prison. Okay, next question. This one's from Jasmine. Will a qualified immunity ever be removed so that the public can sue the police? Will qualified immunity be removed from police officers so that they can be held accountable for the crimes that they commit while wearing a badge and a gun? Will qualified immunity end for police officers so that they can be sued for the crimes they commit? Here we go. Okay, this is interesting. We did not, oh yeah, we did get a yes, but it's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So let me start with the first card. We get the Three of Pentacles. This is the story. Qualified immunity has caused heartbreak for countless people. The police can walk into your house, kill you, pull you over on the street for failing to turn your turn signal on, and then choke you to death in the middle of the street in front of your children. This is a source of anguish for this country, and this is another layer of karma that America is going to find itself having to work through because um, this is everything. This is also, you know, municipalities, all these people holding on to their money, trying to manage this, but they're paying exorbitant amounts, millions of dollars for wrongful deaths, and the police officers walk away scot free. And this whole thing is backwards. The police officers face no repercussion. Their money, their financial uh, wellness is never harmed. We have got to look at this as the silliness that it is, the folly that it is. This is another aspect of supremacy, of inequity, of injustice, of racism being written into laws, since a whole big percentage of the people who are wanting to sue the police over qualified immunity are people of color. Okay? This all goes back to why. Just remember, the police force was built to be a slave catching force. They gave Rudy Poot, Billy Bob, and Gary Jack guns and told them, now you can go round up them you know what and collect a bounty for it. And we don't really care what you do to them. And this is still the system that we are working under. That is how the police came to be, guys. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. The next card we got, what's chasing, is the Chariot in reverse. The Chariot in reverse is riot, quarrel, dispute, litigation, and defeat. Okay? So, after a lot of litigation, after a lot, again, quarrel, litigation, this is people in the streets. There's going to be more people standing up outside protesting to get equal rights under the law for everybody. Okay? Next, we get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is, uh, okay, this is just yes, yes. This is increase. So, yes, Jasmine, cops, at some point in our future, police, qualified immunity for police will end. We get the Queen of Pentacles, the dark lover of money. This is just somebody who is in love with wealth, but she's also powerful. So this is going to bring it back. I feel, and this is not going to be easy. This is not going to be something that just happens, because the police are going to be pushing back on this so hard. You'll see the thin blue line, all that hate, protect us. It's us against them, and we're the good guys, and they're all bad. We just didn't catch them doing something, or they all deserve to die. This, oh gosh, guys, this is the mentality in a lot of police stations. So things are going to change. The final card is the magician. Okay, things are going to change. Okay, and that's all I can say. That's all I can say. I don't know when, Jasmine, but it's going to be through a whole lot of people standing up, taking to the streets, and demanding that qualified immunity end, and that corrupt criminal police officers face justice and be able to be sued by their victims. Them be sued, not the city, not the state, but the officers themselves. And it's going to come, but it's going to be a lot of trouble before it gets there. Okay, here's another one. Will they go to jail? Will Marjorie Taylor Greene go to jail? Will Marjorie Taylor Greene go to jail? Will Marjorie Taylor Greene go to jail? We got a jumper. We got two jumpers. All right. Will Marjorie Taylor Greene go to jail? Hmm. Well, the nine of Pentacles is prudence, safety, success, accomplishments, and discernment. So, this card, okay, this is the increase card, okay, this abundant card. This is a yes card. It's not a big yes. It's not a concrete, like I like an ace, wheel of fortune, the sun. Those are big yeses. But this is a yes card. And again, just like Matt Gaetz, we got all this money. Okay, these are both situated around money. Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to have the fight of her life. She gonna face a whole lot of heartbreak because of the things that she has done. Because she's been out there showing her behind, acting like a fool, trying to start the whole world into going to war for her orange daddy. Okay, all the little tricks and nastiness, the lies, the deceit, the look here, not there, is all going to come back and bite her in the butt, even though she has been making a ton of money for the GOP. When it comes down to it, she is going to find herself, and this is not her, she is going to find herself um, having to explain why she did what she did. In the end, Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to be beat up um, from what she has done, and this will be all the stuff that she has brought on herself. So the answer, will Marjorie Taylor Greene go to jail? I say yes. And it's going to be even if she doesn't stay there long, if it's just to get arrested and be in jail until she's bailed out, she is going to, when it's all over, she is going to feel like she fought Mike Tyson. That's what she's going to feel like. It is going to be so hard on her. It's going to change her. It's going to change her. And she is a swamp thing. She is a swamp thing. Some of these people, I truly believe, do not have souls. They do not have any empathy, and they could care less, really. I mean, these are the people who would run over your foot with their car and stop on it as you're screaming and asking and begging them to move off of it because they don't care. These are really bad, nasty people. My next question will okay, Minnesota's at it again. I mean, we got to remember all of this stuff is happening in Minnesota. This is interesting. No knock warrant. A wrong person was murdered. Will Minnesota's no knock warrant? Uh, Let me see. I thought I had this written differently. Oh, okay. Beautiful girl. Will the police who killed Amir Locke on the no-knock warrant, who was Amir Locke was not the person they were looking for. Of course, the person that they were looking for was not even in the apartment when they went in there and just killed random citizens. Okay. Will the police who killed Amar Locke on the no-knock warrant face charges? She's got two parts of this question. First part, will the police that killed Amir Locke be charged? Uh, will the police that have killed Amir Locke on the no-knock warrant on the wrong house, or on the house where the person that they were looking for wasn't even there, will they be held accountable? Okay, guys, this is interesting. So this is going to take a long time, and I'm going to tell you it's going to take a long time for where the yes came in the drawing. Okay, the police are going to do what they always do. They are going to stand in defense, unity, stand strong and true. Nothing happened. Everything we did here was by the book. This is falling right back into that qualified immunity. They're hoping that time will just make it go away. Everybody will forget about it and go back onto their happy lives. People are looking at this intently right now because of all the police deaths that have happened in a row in Minnesota. This is shining a huge light. Minnesota's police department may be the first one to be disbanded and rebuilt. This is causing a lot of worry and consternation for the mayor, for city officials, for the police chief, for a lot of people. There's a lot of explaining that needs to be done on how the police um, are so bad at their job. Um, Lucy, you got some splaining to do. Okay, a lot of people are looking at this and they're saying, nah, we are not falling for your lies this time. You're not going to play with us. We're not going to just let you lie to us and say that nothing's wrong. These guys have been playing this game, okay, forever, and they have been winning and getting away with it. This time, they're going to have to give the devil his due. This time there is going to be the outrage. And it is going to be because of the outrage that I see two officers. Two officers are going to face charges for this. And they're not even, I don't even think it's the people who shot, it's the people who were supposed to make sure that that warrant and everything that was going on was who, where, and the people who was in that house. Everybody should have been known before they even burst into that, and it was not. It was bad. All of the things. It's half-assed. I want to say it's lazy work. They get warrants from crooked judges for false reasons without even having the right evidence. And they're running with this, and people are dying. They are not going to get away with it. And Amir's family is going to be made rich because of this. They are going to get a lot of money because of this. Okay. Um, uh, they're going to get money, and I think there's going to be a lawyer that is going to kind of make a name for himself, kind of like Johnny Cochran off of the Amir Locke murder case, and I think that's probably what it's going to be called, the Amir Locke murder trial, um, or the trial for the officers for the murder of Amir Locke. Okay. My next question is from Cory. Cory would like to know, will California ports stop the backlog, um, the slowdown of manufactured goods getting in to the stores? Okay. I just went shopping today, um, this morning. A brand new store. Brand new store just opened last week, and there are empty spots on the shelves because product is sitting off shore. Okay. Will California ports stop the backlog, or is this a manufactured showdown? I already told you guys this was a manufactured slowdown. This is the one percenters showing us that they can make our lives miserable. This is exactly what they're doing to raise the prices, to force us into to everything costing more. And the only people that this benefits is the rich. This is corruption. You're looking at global corruption. Okay. Will the port stop the show slow down? Okay. We get a big old no, because it's not the workers, it's not the ports that are manufacturing this slowdown. Okay. Um this is going to end. It's going to end. Again, this is going to take us. We're at another crossroads. We have to see things that are happening the way that they are happening. These people are causing uh, pain to us, just like the oil and gas prices. There's no reason where gas should be $5, almost $5 a gallon in some places. A lot of places, gas is higher than it was in California. And see, what they did to the Californians is they normalized them paying $4, over $4 for gas, which made them say, okay, it's $4, and they go anywhere else and think that, oh, gas is cheap here. No, guys, that's conditioning. That's normalizing. And the longer that and they move prices really quick, if you notice that. When they start the the increases, it's not by a little bit. They make it hurt instantly. Everything went up 30 cents approximately overnight, 30 cents instantly. And it's continuing to go up from there. This is a manufactured problem. This is big business doing this. It's not the people in the ports, okay? Americans, they are trying to get us to fight, okay? They are causing hard times for so many families who are barely scraping to survive now. Everybody, if you're renting, I guarantee you're paying more for your rent now. So your rent has increased. The price of your food has increased. The price of fuel has increased. The price of childcare, if you need it, has increased. Just what you need to send your child to in-person school has increased, because now you need a whole bunch of extra stuff. You got to make sure that your kid has hand sanitizer on them. You got to make sure that they have a mask and an extra mask in case they lose one. Okay? Lots of expenses. Guess what has not gone up? Wages. This is invented, this is caused, this is used to hurt people, and it's going to blow up in big business's face. But yeah, when they have caused enough problems and they can't see themselves doing it any longer, then they'll be like business as usual back on those ports. But let's understand this. Those goods that are sitting in the harbor, nobody's stopping those boats from coming into port except for the people who own those boats. President Biden has already threatened to start fining them large sums of money for every day that those ships are in the ocean, blocking other ships from coming in. This is a concerted effort. This is really like a hostile takeover. This is still some carryovers from 45. This bully mentality, this beat us into submission. If you don't feel like a slave yet, wait, okay? Because this is what it is. It's hurt and harm from the people who don't have to worry about being hurt or harmed. They're trying to show you their power. In return, we can show ours. Stop buying Chinese garbage. Period. If it comes from China, leave it on the shelf. Let's make our manufacturers bring manufacturing back to this country and stop outsourcing it to China to where we have to wait for substandard 99% poisoned stuff that comes from a country that we shouldn't be doing business with. Okay? If it wasn't for all the money that rich people make, we wouldn't have these problems. If we were doing it, it's about money. And that's all I can say, guys. And I hate to get mad, but I mean, it comes down to we have to know why things are going on. Look at the rich people who control these things, who are making your and my life hard just because they can. Okay? And then if you have some friends working down on the docks, give them a call. Ask them, hey, man, why is all of this happening? And they'll tell you exactly what I'm telling you. It ain't us. We're out here trying to work. They won't bring the ships in. Okay, next question. Another one from Jasmine is will lifting the indoor mask requirement? Oh goodness. Okay, so now I guess they're just resolved to saying since nobody's listening, we're just gonna give up and say that nobody has to wear a mask inside. Are we safe? I'm gonna ask it this way. Yeah, I'll just ask it this way. Is it safe for people to be indoors amongst other people without a mask on? Is it safe to be indoors with other people that you don't live with in social situations unmasked? Let me read this guy. Okay. So the very last card out of a whole bunch of no's, I get the sun. I'm not going to go through all of them because it doesn't even really say anything. But I pulled 8 cards and the 9 cards, and the ninth card was the sun. So I had to keep drawing to get a yes. So on this one, guys, I'm going to put it like this. You are responsible for you. If you don't feel comfortable being in social situations without your mask on, keep your mask on. COVID is going to be with us. And I feel like what the government is trying to do is basically say, well, since we can't beat it, we're just going to incorporate it into our lives. And I think that's what's going to happen. Now, remember, the flu, when the regular, ordinary flu was a killer, it was a pandemic. And now it is the flu. We have flu shots. We have developed immunities towards the flu. Okay? We have not developed immunities to COVID yet. Okay? I can say that because we still have mutated strains that are killing and hurting people, vaccinated or not. That's important. So, guys, The tarot says the very last card after I pulled an excessive amount, I got a yes. But I'm going to say your health is your responsibility. Do what you are comfortable doing. Please listen to the CDC and follow safety guidelines. But in the end, your health, your health is is under your control. If you decide to go unmasked, you run the risk of catching COVID. Period. That's just facts. If you wear your mask when you're around unfamiliar people, your chances of catching COVID go down. Common sense, guys. You have to make decisions for you. And I'm getting off of this question now. Danielle would like to know what is happening with the quarantined athletes in China. There's a lots of um, news that they're not being treated particularly well, that the food is substandard, um, and things like that. So, what is happening with the quarantined athletes in China? And I told you guys, I told you this was going to be a mess. This sickness was going to come through, and it's going to, just like the Special Olympics next month, it's going to be a Russian roulette. It is going to be a Russian roulette. We're in a nation, a global pandemic. This is not just America. This is global. The whole world is suffering with the same illness. At some point we have to stop. We have to stop being so selfish and ignorant. Okay? At some point we have to stop. So, what is happening with the quarantined athletes in China? Because no, we couldn't have just put the Olympics off until it was safe. No, no, they have to make that money. No, we couldn't have just had the athletes compete against each other. No, no, no. See, this is what I'm talking about. Everything is about money. Everything is about capitalism. Capitalism is killing us. Okay, what's going on with the athletes? Yeah, they are being treated, I won't say badly, but um, I'll tell you this: a lot of the people who are over there, they are not having fun. It is not an exciting, good time. Um, Things are unjust. People are the quarantining is the quartering of the athletes. Um, it's causing a lot of course, depression, uh, because people literally can't do anything. They can't leave their rooms. They can't do anything. So they're stuck for days and days and days and days with this. They're not being treated well. They feel like they're it's that their livelihood is being taken from them. There's also a feeling that there's some inequities, like there may be even cheating with the testing so that certain athletes can't participate in certain sports by getting a positive COVID test. This is strange. There's going to be a lot of interesting things that come out after these Olympics are done. There's a lot of secrets, and some strange stuff that's going on with the Olympics and the Olympians. Guys, so Danielle, there's a lot of stuff going on under the cover. Um, they're using COVID to justify what they're doing. They're A lot of athletes are being harmed. I know you asked if their countries could send planes to come and get them, but they can't. No, no. When they're in that country, whatever country you are in, you are bound by their COVID rules wherever you travel. So it doesn't matter if they send their own plane. Their plane won't be allowed to land or it won't be allowed to leave. Um, so right now, the people who are quarantined are at the mercy of the Chinese government. Hostage? Possibly. But we're going to find out a lot of things with these COVID tests and athletes who mysteriously come up sick after not being sick right when it's time for them to participate in their sport. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Uh, it's going to change the Olympics going forward. After this year, when the Olympic committees get back together, there's going to be a lot of changes on who can host it, how it's hosted, if they're when the games will be completely canceled. Um, there's going to be a lot of things to stop this from happening again. Okay, my last question. Will Germany's decision to cut ties with Russia's gas and oil change Putin's plans for invading the Ukraine or anywhere else? Will the fact that Germany has now stood up against Russia change how Putin is planning his wars? Yes. First card, guys. Here, let me pull the four. Okay, first card we get is the world card. This is going to, that has if not is going to has changed everything. It has changed. So now Putin is going back to the drawing board. He has gone back to the drawing board. Okay, next card we get the Hierophant. Okay, this to me, guys, this is church and government. Okay, this is authority, marriage, seduction, goodness, but this is the government. This is Putin. Okay, the little guys are tired. They don't want. There's going to be a problem with the everyman, with the citizen. This is going to have a, a dynamic effect on what Putin and Xi Jinping and the leader of Belarus are have been planning. The last card that I drew on this is the King of Pentacles. Okay, now remember, the King of Pentacles is the valor, intelligence, business, normal intelligence, aptitude, mathematical skills, and again, success. So this is not Putin. I want to say this is probably the oligarchs that are worried about their money, what is going, their imports, their exports. Will they be able to sell their goods around the world? This may be might be what stops Putin because it will hurt his economy, and the people who are keeping him in power may decide that Putin may be a bridge too far if he goes with this and literally harms Russia's ability to export. Now remember, aluminum, um, and some other things come from Russia. Some important things come from Russia, but almost all of the aluminum comes from Russia. So this is big. This is big. Yes. Germany's decision to cut ties with Russia is going to change how Putin is trying to do this war, or even if he'll do this war. Okay, let's get to the weather report. It's really weird. Right now I see a calm, like a break, a pause. So if you're having a beautiful day today, please go outside and enjoy it. This weekend it seems like no, there's still going to be some swirling storms. Not as much as last week and not as intense. So a lot of us are going to have a little bit of a breather. Remember, I told you it's going to be bipolar. So right now, if you've got a break in the weather, enjoy it. Again, Arizona, California, Arizona, if you're near washes, sandbag. If your yards are low everywhere, um, fill up some sandbags to keep the water from out of your house. After this little reprieve, we're going to go right back into wet and cold. This weekend is going to be cold, just cold, cold. In a lot of places, uh, um, Kentucky. I don't know why Kentucky is coming up. Kentucky, be prepared. Be prepared for a storm to come through Ohio, Michigan. Be prepared for a storm to come through. There will be a lot of fast moving cells going across the United States. The East Coast is going to get a little bit of a break this weekend. It won't be as treacherous. There's still going to be some storms, but it won't be as nasty as it was last Saturday and Sunday. It won't be that nasty. But still, remain vigilant. Listen to your weather reports. Pay attention to your emergency broadcast systems. Make sure that if you're in flood prone areas, and it's more about places that can flood this week than it is about ice and snow. So if you're in a place where it can flood or mudslides or landslides, be prepared. Be prepared. California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, Arizona. Be prepared for water, flooding, and landslide events. And there is a volcano. Um, Not just yet, but getting ready. Here in the United States, the magma is pushing up. I don't know when, but there is a volcano that is about to become active on the West Coast. So over here on my side of the woods. Okay, so around here, prepare for earthquakes. We are There is a solar storm incoming right now. A massive solar storm. So if you start having problems with your electronics, telephone, anything that's electric, know that there's solar and magnetic energy that's going to be pounding our planet for hours and hours and hours. Today, tomorrow, um, possibly even into Friday. Okay, so be prepared. Don't be scared. Ain't nothing you can do about solar storm, except for know that it can mess with our magnetic grid. It can mess with our electronics and such. Okay, guys, I love you. I love you. Take care of yourself. Please drop questions for Friday's live show. I can't wait to see you guys. Please, all my Friday lives, I am going to try my hardest to have them go between 10 and 11 a.m. Las Vegas time. If I'm late, I apologize, but that hour seems to be my sweet spot to be able to actually get in and not have a whole lot of um, internet traffic and buffering and everything. Okay, I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Breathe. We're going to get through this. We have survived 100% of everything that life has thrown at us to this point. We can keep on rocking. I love you. I love you. Have a fantastic day. Bye bye.